Let me tell you something that most people don't even realize. That old nickel sitting in your drawer, that 1957 Jefferson nickel from a proof set, might be worth thousands of dollars right now, and you wouldn't even know it unless you watched this video. Today, we're diving deep into the secrets, the hidden value, and the shocking real-world prices of the 1957 Jefferson nickel, a simple 5-cent coin that could change your life if you're lucky enough to have the right one. Now pause for a second and think about this. Could a small, shiny coin from 1957 really be worth more than your latest paycheck? The answer is yes, and some collectors are paying incredible amounts of money for one specific version of this coin. Not all of them, just the rarest, cleanest, most flawless examples. And these don't come from loose change or pocket lint, they come straight from original US Mint proof sets. Let me explain exactly what makes the 1957 nickel so special. Back in 1957, the US Mint in Philadelphia struck proof coins in extremely limited quantities. These coins were not made for circulation. They weren't used to buy soda or candy. They were made for collectors. And because they were struck with specially polished dies and planchets, they came out of the mint looking like tiny mirrors, with razor-sharp details and glossy finishes. Only about 1.2 million of these proof sets were made, which may sound like a lot, but trust me, finding one in top condition today is like finding a needle in a haystack. Here's where it gets exciting. Most 1957 proof nickels are only worth a few dollars, maybe 10 or 20 bucks if they're in decent shape. But the rarest ones? The ones that have been professionally graded by PCGS or NGC with ultra-high grades like PR68 or PR69 with deep cameo surfaces? Those coins can sell for massive amounts of money. Collectors are out there right now hunting for these nickels, bidding in auctions, and emptying their wallets for the best examples. Why? Because the demand for rare, high-quality proof nickels is skyrocketing. Coin dealers, auction houses, and investment collectors are all watching this particular coin because it's not just old, it's a historic piece of mid-century American currency, with President Thomas Jefferson on the front and his iconic Monticello home on the back. Now if you're wondering how to know if your 1957 nickel is worth big bucks, here's what to look for. First, it must come from a proof set. If you have a 1957 proof set still sealed in its original packaging, you could be sitting on gold, well, nickel, technically, but you get the idea. Second, the coin should have zero scratches, deep reflective fields, and frosty devices. That contrast between mirror background and frosted design is what collectors call deep cameo or ultra cameo, and that's where the money lives. Third, your coin must be certified and graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Without that official grade, it's just a shiny old coin. But with the right grade, it becomes a verified piece of American history and a potential treasure. Now listen closely. There are real auction records of 1957 Jefferson nickels selling for more than $1,100, and in some rare cases, certain coins in pristine condition with perfect deep cameo surfaces have sold for as much as $40,000. That's right, $40,000 for a 5-cent coin. That's not just a lucky find, that's life-changing for some collectors. So, next time you're looking through your old coins, your parents' stash, or a box from your grandparents' attic, don't overlook that 1957 nickel. Especially if it looks like it came straight from a proof set, flawless, sharp, and mirror-like. And remember this, the coin collecting market is booming right now in the United States. People are waking up to the hidden value of their coins. Searches like, "How much is a 1957 nickel worth?", "Valuable Jefferson nickels", "Rarest US nickels", and "Proof set coin value" are trending every single day. Today, I'm talking about a simple nickel that came straight from a US Mint proof set, the 1986 Jefferson nickel, a coin that most people overlook, toss aside, or stash away in a dusty drawer, not realizing it could be the golden ticket they've been waiting for. Now listen carefully. This isn't just some pocket change. This is a coin minted for collectors, a precision-struck, mirror-finish proof coin that was never meant to be spent at the corner store. It was designed, crafted, and packaged with care at the San Francisco Mint in the heart of coin collecting history. And while millions of these proof coins were made, only a tiny fraction still survive today in pristine, investment-grade condition. And those rare survivors? They're selling for thousands of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. This little 5-cent piece, when in perfect condition, is worth a whole lot more than its face value. But not just any 1986 nickel, only the proof version from official US Mint proof sets. These coins have a beautiful, mirror-like background and frosty raised details. Collectors call that look deep cameo, and it is pure money. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that has a flawless, glassy surface that reflects like a mirror. The details on Thomas Jefferson's face are crisp and bold. The steps on Monticello are sharply defined, with 0 scratches, no haze, no damage. That's the dream. That's the kind of coin collectors are battling over in auctions today. And that's the kind of coin that can turn into a jackpot if you've got the right one. You might be wondering, what makes the 1986 Jefferson Nickel so special? Why are collectors paying sky-high prices for it right now? The answer is all about rarity, condition, and demand. In 1986, the San Francisco Mint produced these nickels only for proof sets, meaning they were never intended for daily use. They were made using special dyes and highly polished blanks that produce brilliant, high-quality coins with a deep, glossy shine. But here's the secret: not all proof nickels are created equal. Even among proof coins, only a tiny percentage get graded as perfect or near perfect. Those are the coins that command the highest prices, and that's where the treasure hunt begins. Across the US, coin collectors are tearing open old proof sets from the 1980s, carefully inspecting every nickel for that one perfect example. The one that might earn a grade of PR 69 deep cameo, or even the elusive PR 70. Coins with those top grades can fetch huge premiums. And this isn't just hype, this is fact, backed by real auction results and market demand. So if you've got an original 1986 proof set, or even a single 1986 Jefferson nickel with that sharp, frosty design and perfect surface, stop what you're doing and take a closer look. You could be staring at a modern-day treasure, and let's talk about the big question on everyone's mind: what's it actually worth? Well, in the world of coin collecting, value depends on condition and rarity. But collectors have already paid some mind-blowing prices for the right examples of this very coin. And some proof nickels from 1986, the best of the best, the elite coin certified by PCGS or NGC with the highest possible grade and deep cameo contrast, have sold for amounts that will leave you speechless. So here it is, the truth you've been waiting for: a perfect 1986 Jefferson nickel from a US Mint proof set, in top-tier condition, has sold for as little as $1,200, and in extremely rare cases, for as much as $42,000. That's right. From just 5 cents to $42,000, all because of condition, rarity, and the fierce collector demand that's sweeping across the United States. Searches for "how much is a 1986 nickel worth?", "most valuable nickels from the 80s", "rare proof coins", "Jefferson Nickel value 1986", and "coins worth money 2024" are exploding right now online. This is your chance to check your collection, dig through your drawers, and maybe even score a fortune. These coins are out there, in basements, garages, old birthday gifts, and forgotten proof sets collecting dust. And if you've got the right one, you could turn it into cold, hard cash. We are diving deep into one of the most shocking, most overlooked, and most insanely valuable coins minted in the last few decades, the 1989 Jefferson Nickel from a United States proof set. This is not a drill, this is a hidden treasure story that could be sitting in your attic, drawer, safe, or even in your parents' forgotten coin box. Yes, it's true. A tiny 5-cent coin from 1989, just another Jefferson nickel to most people, can be worth more than a brand new car if it's the right one. This isn't fantasy. This is real. And in today's video, we're going to uncover what makes this nickel so valuable, how to spot the rare ones, what proof set coins really mean, and why collectors are going absolutely crazy for the finest examples of the 1989 nickel. So here's the truth: not all 1989 nickels are created equal. In fact, most of them are worth only face value, just 5 cents. But the real goldmine is the proof version of the 1989 Jefferson Nickel, minted exclusively at the San Francisco Mint. These coins were never intended for circulation. They weren't meant to be spent on gas, groceries, or gumballs. These were crafted with precision, using polished dies and specially prepared coin blanks, to create coins with stunning detail and glossy, mirror-like surfaces. These coins were packaged carefully into U.S. Mint proof sets and sold to collectors, but here's the twist: even though these proof nickels were made to look perfect, not all of them stayed that way. Some have tarnished. Some have scratches. Some have cloudy spots. That's what makes the perfect survivors so rare, and so extremely valuable. Now, imagine you find a 1989 proof nickel that looks flawless. I mean absolutely perfect, brilliant surfaces, no flaws, no haze, no marks. A coin where Jefferson's profile is crisp and the Monticello building has sharp steps and fine detail. That coin, my friend, could be worth a small fortune. Professional coin grading services like PCGS and NGC carefully inspect coins like these and assign them a numerical grade. The scale goes up to 70, with grades like PR68, PR69, and the rarest of all, PR70 Deep Cameo. That's where the jackpot lives, and collectors are searching harder than ever. You can't scroll social media without seeing questions like, how much is a 1989 nickel worth? Or, are any 1980s nickels valuable? Or, what proof coins are worth money? The answer is yes, especially the 1989 Jefferson Nickel from the proof set, because when it comes to value, condition is everything. A scratched up, tarnished proof nickel might fetch a few bucks. But one in perfect, certified, high-grade condition? That's a whole different story. There have been verified auctions, yes, real public sales, where collectors have dropped serious money for that one perfect coin. Now, if you're asking what to look for, here's your checklist. First, make sure the coin comes from a 1989 U.S. Mint proof set, not from circulation. Second, the coin should have deep mirror-like fields and frosty raised images, what experts call deep cameo or ultra cameo contrast. Third, your coin should be professionally graded and encapsulated by a trusted service like PCGS or NGC. Without a grade, your coin's value is mostly speculative. With a grade, it becomes a legitimate investment. And now for the part you've been waiting for, the value. Get ready, because the actual sale prices for the most pristine, most perfect 1989 Jefferson nickels from U.S. Mint proof sets have gone from $1,300, all the way up to $44,000. That's right. A 5-cent coin, minted just over 3 decades ago, that could now be worth $44,000, if you have the right one. That's not a guess. That's not a rumor. That is confirmed, real auction-level cash being paid by collectors and investors across the country. This is why the coin market is exploding in the United States. People are realizing that their so-called junk coins may be diamonds in disguise. Search trends for valuable proof nickels, coins worth money from the 80s, rare Jefferson nickels 1989, and how to sell rare coins are off the charts. So don't wait. Go check your coins. Look at your old proof sets. Open those little plastic cases from the U.S. Mint and take a long, careful look at that 1989 nickel. Because if you've got the right one, you could be looking at a coin worth more than you ever imagined. Talking about a 5-cent coin, yes, just 5 cents, that could be hiding in your home right now and be worth more than your entire paycheck, maybe even your car. And no, we're not talking about some ancient coin from the 1800s. We're talking about something modern. Something recent. Something from the year 2019. That's right, a 2019 Jefferson nickel straight from a U.S. Mint proof set that, under the right conditions, can be worth an eye-popping fortune. You may have handled one of these coins. You may have tossed one aside. Or maybe, you've got it tucked away in a drawer, sealed in a government-issued proof set from the Mint, and you have no idea what you're sitting on. But after watching this video, you'll never look at a 5-cent piece the same way again. Because the 2019 Jefferson nickel, when pulled from a U.S. proof set in flawless condition, can be worth serious money. We're talking collector level, auction winning, life upgrading cash. Now let's go deep and break this down. In 2019, the US Mint produced stunning, high-detail coins exclusively for proof sets. These coins were struck at the San Francisco Mint with precision, using polished dies and specially prepared blanks to give them that incredible mirror-like background and frosted raised images. The contrast is beautiful. The craftsmanship is high-end. These aren't regular coins. These are proof coins, made for collectors and investors, and while millions of proof sets are sold every year, only a very small number of the coins inside them are absolute perfection. That's where the magic happens. That's where the value explodes. Because collectors don't just want nice coins, they want flawless coins. Coins that look like they just dropped from the mint's press without a single scratch, spot, or flaw. Coins that shine so perfectly they can reflect your face like a mirror. Coins that have what experts call deep cameo contrast, that amazing combination of icy frosted designs and glossy fields. And here's the crazy part. Even though the 2019 nickel seems recent, it's already creating waves in the coin collecting world. Coin experts, dealers, and auction watchers are all buzzing about it. People are Googling phrases like, most valuable nickels 2019, how much is a 2019 nickel worth, rare proof coins to look for, and modern nickels worth money. And the numbers? They are mind-blowing. Now, you might be asking, what makes the 2019 proof Jefferson Nickel so special? It's not just age. It's not just rarity. It's a combination of top-tier condition, certification, and high demand from collectors looking to own the best of the best. Coins that are graded by companies like PCGS or NGC and receive a grade of PR69 Deep Cameo or even the legendary PR70 Ultra Cameo are highly sought after. That grade is everything. A coin with a PR70 means perfection, zero imperfections, perfect strike, full detail, flawless surfaces. And only a very tiny fraction of 2019 proof nickels ever receive that score. These coins become the holy grail for collectors. And they are willing to pay top dollar, more than top dollar, for them. So let me paint a picture for you. You buy a proof set from the US Mint. You open it carefully, pull out that 2019 Jefferson Nickel, and it's perfect. You send it to be graded. It comes back as PR70 Deep Cameo, the highest possible grade. Suddenly, your 5-cent coin is no longer 5 cents. It's an investment. It's a trophy. It's a potential payday. Collectors are outbidding each other for these coins. Auctions are heating up. Coin forums are lighting up with users bragging about their high-grade 2019 nickels. Why? Because very few people were paying attention when these coins were released, and now they're realizing just how valuable these hidden gems can be. And now for the part you've been waiting for. What is a perfect 2019 Jefferson Nickel from a proof set actually worth, if your coin is the real deal, certified in flawless condition, graded by a trusted company, and showing that sharp deep cameo finish? You could be looking at real-world value starting from $1,500, all the way up to $45,000. That's right. From just 5 cents, to $45,000. A coin you can hold between your fingers, small enough to fit in your pocket, light enough to slip into an envelope, worth more than some luxury watches, more than some down payments, more than some used cars. And that value is only growing, because collectors know these perfect coins are drying up fast. So if you've got a 2019 US Mint proof set, go check it right now. Get out the magnifier, check for that flawless shine, and consider sending it in for grading. Because you could be sitting on a modern treasure that most people would completely overlook. 2000, there is a tiny, shiny, and almost secret coin that could turn your ordinary day into the biggest surprise of your life. This isn't some urban legend or wishful thinking. This is a real 5-cent coin, the 2000 Jefferson Nickel, that could be worth more than $65,000 today. Yes, a 5-cent piece. And yes, from the year 2000. Now, don't go running to your change jar just yet, because this isn't just any 2000 nickel. We're talking about one very specific kind, the proof version from a genuine US Mint proof set. Not a circulated coin. Not pocket change. This coin was made with care, crafted for collectors, and intended to shine like a mirror. And if you've got the right one, sitting in your closet or tucked away in an old envelope from the mint, you might be holding a treasure worth more than most people earn in a month, or even a year. Here's what makes the 2000 proof Jefferson Nickel so incredibly valuable. First off, proof coins are not made like normal coins. They're struck multiple times using specially polished dies and blanks, creating a razor-sharp finish with a mirror background and frosted raised images. These coins are placed inside protective hard plastic cases as part of official US Mint proof sets. They're never meant for circulation. They are collector's items from the beginning, but not all proof coins are equal. Some of them are slightly off-center. Some have small imperfections. Some are tarnished, cloudy, or scratched. Those are common and not particularly valuable. But when a coin survives the years in perfect condition, I'm talking flawless, pristine, untouched by time, it becomes something else entirely. It becomes rare. It becomes desirable. It becomes valuable beyond belief. Enter the deep cameo Jefferson Nickels from 2000. These are the top-tier coins, the elite. They show dramatic contrast between the mirror-like background and the frosted design. You can literally see Thomas Jefferson's profile pop from the surface like it's carved in crystal. The Monticello design on the reverse has razor-sharp lines and full-step details that collectors obsess over. When these proof coins are sent to professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, they're analyzed under microscopes, graded on a 70-point scale, and sealed inside tamper-proof holders. Most coins grade somewhere in the 60s. A few make it to 69. But the absolute holy grail is the 70. That's right, PR70 Deep Cameo, perfection with no visible flaws even under magnification, and this is where the fire starts. A 2000 Jefferson Nickel, proof version, graded PR70 Deep Cameo, that's not just a collector's dream. That's a coin that turns heads at auctions. That's a coin that buyers fight for. That's a coin that doesn't just break expectations, it breaks the bank. You want to talk about high search trends? Type in any of the following into Google and you'll see what people are looking for. 2000 nickel worth money, valuable proof coins. 2000, rare Jefferson Nickels, deep cameo proof nickel, coins worth money 5 cents, and the big one, how much is a 2000 proof nickel worth? The traffic on these searches is exploding. Because the market is waking up to the fact that even modern proof coins, if they're perfect, are commanding massive prices. Let's not forget, this isn't some centuries-old coin buried under dirt. This coin was minted in the year 2000, not so long ago. And yet, its value is skyrocketing. Collectors are getting smarter. They're hunting harder. And the competition to own perfect examples is pushing prices into territory that shocks even seasoned coin dealers. Imagine this. You dig through your old US Mint proof sets, and there it is, the 2000 nickel. It looks flawless. You send it off to be graded. It comes back PR70 Deep Cameo. And now, suddenly, you're holding a coin that's gone from being just another 5-cent piece, to a rare and coveted gem. Now, are there lots of 2000 proof nickels out there? Sure. But are there lots of perfect PR70 examples? Absolutely not. That's the catch. Only a tiny percentage ever achieve that grade. And those coins are the ones that bring in the big bucks. So how much is it worth? What can you actually get if you own the best of the best? If you have a flawless, deep cameo 2000 Jefferson Nickel from a US Mint proof set, certified by a major grading company, you are holding something valued between $1,700 and $65,000. Let that sink in. A coin the size of your thumbnail, worth up to $65,000. And it's just sitting there in proof sets across America, in closets, drawers, forgotten boxes, inherited collections, estate sales, flea markets, and antique shops. Thousands of people pass over it every day because they don't know what they're looking at. But now you do. So don't wait. Check your proof sets. Examine your 2000 nickels. Use a magnifier, look for that mirror finish, those frosty details, that perfect contrast. If it looks flawless, and especially if it's sealed and graded PR70 Deep Cameo, you could be looking at the rare kind of coin that changes your financial future. Subscribe now if you want to stay updated on the hottest, most valuable coins in America. Tap like if you believe modern coins can be gold mines. And drop a comment below if you've got any 2000 proof sets at home or if you've ever had a coin graded. This is your home for US coins worth money, treasure hunting tips, and real-world coin values that could turn your change into a check.